Go.
Welcome, everybody, to a new edition of Nickel City Hot Takes. With us today, your humble host. This is Brian, and my esteemed colleague, Angel. Say hello to the people.
Season's over.
In a good way. This season is over. Like, all it took was 3 passes. 1 drive, 3 passes. And Josh Allen just put the entire defensive side of the ball on the NFL, on the XFL, on the CFL. Anybody that plays football, period.
Pee-wee. Flag football.
Pee-wee football. Flag football has been put on notice.
We're in football. I mean...
Anywhere. Soccer.
Soccer,
Hockey.
yeah. Football.
Yeah. Any of you have just been put on notice. This guy will not be stopped this
Yahtzee.
year.
I mean...
Yeah, if you're playing Yahtzee, if anything, Josh Allen
concede
is
your
the
chess
standard.
match right now.
Yeah, Josh Allen is playing next level 10th degree black belt jiu-jitsu chess against you, and you're playing checkers.
No,
Okay.
you're playing life and failing.
It sounds like an exaggeration, but it's not. This guy is on a whole nother level, and yeah, people can say that Denver didn't play starters. That's fine. That's fine.
You did.
But you expect your quarterback to be in mid-season form at this point in time.
He was in playoff form.
He's in playoff form at this time. It's the Rams aren't going to know what hit them. And we haven't even talked about the weapons he has at his disposal, which is making it so much easy for him.
But harder for
But
the
we're
team.
going to get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. He's making it harder on Brandon Beane for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll get into that here soon. I know Angel's got a couple of fiery articles he wanted to share with the group, so let's go ahead and kick that off, shall we?
We will start, but can't talk about a preseason game without the preseason game itself.
Yeah.
So let's get into it real quick. It's something because it's a preseason game. But it was a
Ooh, look at that
preseason-
score.
Yeah, it's a preseason blowout. Let's be honest here. 42 Bills, 15 Broncos. Now here's the thing. Keep this in mind. Yes, it is preseason, of course, and not stars are not playing. I don't think Russell Wilson even played the game. Did he play the game? I don't think he did.
No, I don't think so.
Which is, I think it's a bad idea. It's your new quarterback in a new system. I think you should be using him, but who am I to judge? Whatever. Anyway, so the things I had we won last week. We barely won. And I had worries.
Second field goal.
Yeah, last second field goal. I did have worries though. I had worries about Case Keenum, the amount of money you're paying him, and the fact that he came out like just hot dog, just a hot dog mess. Turnover. It's not all completely his fault, but you know his decision making was just not good. It's like, what happened? Like, why are we paying him $3 million to be a backup when? Literally, when the moment Barkley came back in the game, or came into the game, he started to bring the game back.
Yep.
After being down, it's like 10 points or something like that. So, I was worried. I'm like, this is our backup. I'm not very optimistic because if something happens to Josh, who's going to continue the momentum? I'm still on Barkley's side. I'd rather none of them be it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather it be Trubisky, but obviously he's trying to get a starting job over in Pittsburgh right now. So
that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. But hey, we'll see what happens. But as far as the game itself, reason why we started with this intro is see Josh Allen has this thing where he doesn't talk much. He talks smack on the field, he doesn't talk much off field. He's very, very professional, very to the key, very McDermott-like player. He's a very McDermott-like player. But he lets the talking on the field do the work. The performance. And anyone that had any given second, any doubts or any, oh, we're going to finally get the Bills, this and that. Josh Allen said, hey, hold my the bat real quick. I got something for you real quick. And he went on a tear. A literal tear. Like, very first drive. And the only drive. I think he only needs to... I think he just did that drive just to prove a point. To shut everyone up. To be completely honest. But yeah, very first drive for Josh Allen.
Oh, look at that. Touchdown,
yeah.
And what a touchdown it was.
So 70 yards on the field. Run game was looking hot. Josh Allen was looking hotter. And then here comes I think it was a 2nd and 10. Josh gets a snap. Gets out of the pocket. Goes in the pocket. Sees a lineman coming in. Gets out of the pocket. Go back in the pocket. Flicks the wrist. Touchdown. 28 yards. Like nothing ever happened. Like
just like it was breathing.
Just
it's completely natural. Like, this type of thing is something that you just expect of Josh Allen at this point. He can get out of a sticky situation with the defensive linebackers coming after him, whether it's doing a 360 in the pocket or whether it's jumping over them or whether it's stiff arming them. It doesn't matter. We expect this of him now. It's going to happen. And this kind of thing does not happen without a guy that has the IQ to extend the play at the end of the field like Gabe Davis.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're getting into here. Obviously talking Josh Allen in this first drive now, but these weapons at his disposal have upgraded massively. It's scary.
It's honest. It's look, Miami, fantastic. You have Tyreek Hill, fantastic, awesome, amazing. Let's see how Tua does without it. Miami. We're not gonna hold on to you much longer, okay? We're scared. Oh, we're scared. We'll see how scared we are when we come to your home on the 3rd week, and then we'll talk about it then. We'll have a nice one-on-one talk as we're literally spanking you in front of your crowd again. And again and again. Oh, is Tyreek Hill going to get his lone touchdown? Probably, yes. Probably.
If Tua can get him the ball.
Yeah. If Tua can get him the ball. Here's the thing, I love the point now that we're not there yet. I don't think we're there yet, and I don't think we're probably gonna get to the point where we will have annoying fans, our fans.
We're there.
No, I'm talking about like Patriot level annoyance bandwagons. We're gonna have our bandwagons. They're gonna be coming, especially after this season. I would say it's a must. People are gonna be hopping on this bandwagon like crazy. But it's just remember that you were there when it was all crap, and then now you're here when it's all good. Let's tune out the stupid noise from the fake fans and stuff, because it's gonna be it's gonna be a wild ride. It's gonna be fun, and my prediction is not looking so bad right now because of 17-0. Just saying. Honestly, like I said, it's again, this is a combination of preseason confidence with the team, the roster we have in general, and just the overall mindset. I think we're gonna do fantastic. I was worried about Keenum the last game. He did much better this game. Much better.
Yeah. Speaking of roster, we should just jump right into that.
Yeah. We're gonna.
This is a terrible, terrible fantastically, awfully horrible.
Terrible.
Ugh.
Horrible.
It's so much. It's such a good thing, but it's such a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like we were just talking about beforehand, how much trade bait we have literally on both sides of the ball.
Mhm.
But let's get into that. We already know what the QB depth chart is going to be like. Running back situation.
We only get one court. We only get one backup. So who do you think that might end up being?
I'm rolling with Keenum. I know you like Barkley. I like Barkley, but I'm rolling with Keenum.
Well, we'll see the third preseason. This next game is going to pretty much determine who's going to get the spot.
Yeah.
And essentially get a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, you know.
No, sorry. You know. Anyway.
Bench player getting Super Bowl ring just for being there, making the team. Hey, he made the team.
You know, there's plenty of players out there, you know, that this time the bench got, you know, rings, so.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Anyway, so we'll start out with the top 3 wide receivers. We already know who they are. Gabe Davis, Diggs, Kenzie.
Yep.
But behind those players, we're going to go through by, I would say, position in a way. So slot, outside, and
well, here's the thing about the number 4 receiver that I'm predicting will be the number 4 receiver anyways, and that would be Khalil Shakir.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He can play every position.
And his hands.
And the guy doesn't drop anything.
His hands. Oh.
This kid was the steal of the draft.
Yeah, people are actually talking about that too. He is the steal of the draft.
And we're seeing it in preseason. And there's no way, just looking at mini camp, looking at training camp, looking at OTAs, looking at preseason, this kid's making the team. It is what it is.
Yeah. Behind that, I think they allowed 2 more receivers after that. That's pretty much it.
I think so.
Well, the way it's laid out is based on the position of the wide receiver itself. So slot and
Yeah. So, which brings us to Jamison Crowder. He looked shaky at first, early on, dropping a lot of balls, injury concerns, stuff like that. But he's been turning it around a little bit, and he's a good complement to Isaiah McKenzie in the slot.
Mm-hmm.
McKenzie solidified that top role. He's just a monster. It's tough. I'm on the fence with him. I wouldn't be mad if he made the team, but I wouldn't be mad if he didn't make the team.
Yeah, I mean, he does. He's a speedy guy too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's quick.
Yeah,
and he has a lot of success against us.
Mm-hmm. There was one particular play in the yesterday where he was running up. He was running ran to the side of the field and then ran up. And like his speed, he was in full speed as he was catching the ball, which is crazy. And I think he didn't stop for a second. He just like, and then just ran and continued running. Didn't spend a second. It was actually one of the cooler plays of the game, to be completely honest. I think he got at the 2-yard line where
there's no doubt he's capable of plays like that, and it brings a lot of value to the team.
Oh, jet sweeps, though. All the jet sweeps are going to be so good this year. Oh, my favorite plays.
Man, that's another conversation. We could spend.
Oh, there'll be so many.
With all the different players that we could have to do that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of them. But, moving on to behind Diggs, we got Kumrov, Gentry, and I think it's just probably going to be Kumrov. Kumrov has been in the roster pretty much all 3 years. Has been with us. And he's solid. You know, he had a rough start in the beginning of the preseason, but then he bounced back really fast, actually. And come to prove to be a nice, reliable backup. But if I want to name 9 receivers, I can't even count how many receivers. If I'm gonna go in order behind our top 3, would definitely be Hodges. Well, I'm sorry, it'll be in this order. So it would definitely be Zakir, Hodges, Crowder, Stevenson.
That's it. Like, those are the next 3. That's pretty much what we'd have.
And then we'll have our practice squad, which would probably be Stevenson, Kumarov. Actually, those are gonna be the trade baits. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah,
that's a straight up trade baits right there.
Both of those guys would be able to produce at a high level on another team. So, and Stevenson with that speed too. That's something I would rather not let go of. I can promise you,
one of these guys is gonna go to Green Bay. One of these guys is going to Green Bay.
Kumaro, I could see that. He's got familiarity with Rodgers and everything, but see.
Yep. And Rodgers does miss him. He actually did comment on him too. He got his first touchdown. So, all right, moving on to our running backs. I think we know our top 2. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know we don't know our top running back. Second, it's gonna be tough. And third.
Motor. Yeah, Motor's obviously on the team.
Oh, he's gotten so much better.
He's so much better.
Oh my god!
Like, the entire run game is just, and I don't know if it's a testament to the offensive line too, which obviously they're opening up some pretty sizable holes for these guys to run in, but just the decision making of the running back themselves.
Everybody, and that even goes down to Moss too. Moss just feels like he's gained so much more awareness. Like it's just something different about him, for sure.
He's a smarter player. He's healthy now, so he's got that confidence behind him. I would be shocked not to see Moss make the team. We're not keeping Cook. He's that would So it's obviously Singletary, Cook, and then everybody looks good. It's tough.
Yeah, like Duke Johnson and Blackshear. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's not right. It's not right.
This is a terrible problem to have.
A great problem to have.
A great, terrible, wonderful problem to have. So this just the way it's shaping up. You just. It's going to be fun to watch. Josh Allen's just going to utilize all of these weapons. We've got obviously a good play caller in here. I mean, when you score 6 straight touchdowns, I don't care if it is preseason. We did it in the playoffs. So we've proven that we can do it at the highest level. And we have more weapons now than we did before. I can't. Next position.
Yeah, our line is looking great. Dawkins, Stafford, Morris, Bates, our line's
great.
Honestly, our line is great. I love our line. I love how they're gelling so far.
Yep.
I have nothing to say about that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much behind.
There's not going to be any surprises. I mean, Cody Ford might get cut.
Yeah, he's gonna get cut. I think
to save money.
OJ Howard finally on the. We'll move on to tight ends. Starting with obviously
OJ.
OJ is finally showing up.
That's my dude.
He's finally showing up. And Sweeney, honestly, Sweeney's that we have depth in tight end. Honestly, we really do. Cannot complain about that. Obviously, we have to address the situation. Rest in peace, Dawson Knox's brother, Luke Knox. It's gone too soon, and we do send our condolences over to the Knox family, and hopefully we'll be able to recover from this. And
a lot of people have been donating to that Pump Foundation.
My God, Bills Mafia, God, leave.
So if you haven't heard about that, you can look that up and go.
Yeah,
send a donation to show you care. Condolences, all that good stuff. But
honestly,
There's no amount of money. There's no nothing you can say or do in a time like this to make them feel better.
No,
But
but you know,
just knowing that the Bills Mafia and the team has got their backs, it's a big deal.
It's honestly crazy how it's honestly crazy how when it comes to Bills Mafia and support of their players, these are people that don't, you know, they don't we
They're
don't
selfless.
yeah, we don't interact with the players as much as we do. We don't they're not, you know, people we know personally, and yet we will go out of the way to support these guys, and it's honestly something you can't compete with.
Yeah.
Bills Mafia will always be one of the best fans, if anything, the best fans in the league.
That's not being biased either.
Nope, not at all. Honestly, it's I dare to find another fan base that does this every time. Like, you know,
We've done it for other teams.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's we already know how Bills Mafia comes through in the clutch. Personally, while we're on the topic of tight ends, I'm still sold on the fact that OJ Howard's going to have a monster year. He's going to be an X factor in my book. He's just such a versatile type player that when we picked him up, I called it. So hopefully that comes through.
Mm-hmm.
And just another weapon at Josh Allen's disposal.
And it's just a never-ending list of weapons that they have. But you know, it wouldn't be fair if we wouldn't talk about our, my God, just defense.
That's my favorite.
Oh my God!
Now I'm fully engaged.
Look here, okay? Let me make something perfectly clear, okay? I feel sorry for teams. I really, truly do.
Quarterbacks, running backs, in particular. Yeah, this line. We were excited about it when we started getting guys like Von Miller and Jordan Phillips and Shaq Lawson back on the team. But then you just start to like see how a lot of these guys are looking in camp and preseason.
Look, this is our starting line.
Yeah.
Let's our starting line.
Greg Rousseau.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
Von Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious right now? I got nothing to say.
No, we're not done yet. Jermaine Edmonds, Terrell Johnson, Tyron Johnson, White when he comes back, Dane Jackson, Poyer, Hyde,
Kaiir Elam
behind Dane Jackson, Near behind Taron Johnson. I mean, Dane Johnson.
Even Cam Lewis looks good. This whole defense is
and Von Miller. If anyone's worried about rest for Von Miller, guess who's behind Von Miller? AJ Epinesa, then Shaq Lawson. If you don't think for a second that we're gonna get proper rotations happening, you're out of your.
And we haven't even talked about the chemistry between Jordan Phillips and Shaq Lawson. They were on our team together, and we did massively good things with those two.
And Shaq has been lighting it up this preseason. My God, he's on a tear. He's on
a force. Him and Boogie Basham, those two, you just see them in the backfield constantly. Mm-hmm. I'm afraid for other teams. Mm-hmm. I'm going to love it because I love watching defenses just obliterate other teams. So
I'm not gonna lie though, I think Tim Settle might go over Daquan Jones though.
Yeah, Settle's a monster.
Settle's been just nasty.
Yeah, and you hear some of the guys that are in these press conferences at camp talking about how Settle works, and it's like, this guy's hard to block.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I just can't. We're going to get to the quarterback this year, and it's going to happen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because people like Ed Oliver playing for contract. Greg Rousseau's only evolving even more. Him and Boogie Basham together.
Mm-hmm. And then you have Von Miller personally like training Ed Oliver.
Mm-hmm. And AJ Epinesa.
Mm-hmm. Like they are on him, like they are on freaking Von's every side, like two puppies. They're learning from the papa and stuff like that. It's just they want to learn everything from him. A legend.
Yeah. Then it's like the Godfather, El Padrino, comes up there. Bruce Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So you got
3 generations. Yeah. Oh my god, that's a sight to see though too.
Yeah.
You see Bruce Smith, then you see Von Miller, the next Hall of Famer. Then you have the next generation of Bills right there. Like, wow. That's fun. That's fun to see.
That was definitely very fun to see. Bruce Smith is always he's the leading sack in the NFL, sack leader in the NFL, period.
Mm-hmm.
Just I don't know. I'm beyond ecstatic for this defense this year. Coming to dominate.
Yes, and of course, with our special teams, we've got Tyler Bass as a kicker, of course. Bass. And now, for some reason, I don't know why they have Hack ahead of Erozio.
Well, I think it's Ariaza, but we'll just call him the punt god.
The punt god. I don't think I've seen a single face that wasn't like shocked when they see him punt so far.
I mean, how can you not be shocked when you see an 82-yard punt just like nothing? But
yeah, it's not fair.
Yeah, I don't understand why Matt Hack is on the team anymore. They should just cut him, save the money, go on. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But getting into the next topic, which is a kind of a fun one, the punt return, kick return situation.
Yeah,
it's an opportunity for some guys that you wouldn't think would make the team actually be there to make the team. Like we haven't heard a whole lot out of Tavon Austin. Looking at this depth chart here, I want, like, obviously McKenzie would be fun to watch returning kicks, but I don't want that. Like, injuries happen. Injuries are a big deal. I don't even want to see James Cook on this depth chart when it comes to kick or punt returns, period. Yeah, he'd be awesome and fun to watch and everything, but that's why we got guys like Tavon Austin and Duke Johnson. I don't want to say that anybody's expendable in that sense, but they're going to be effective. Tavon Austin has a history of doing that very effectively. I would like to see Tavon Austin doing both kick and punt returns. I don't know what your thoughts on that are, Angel, but that's where I'm standing.
I'd rather not have the same returner for both. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that. It also gives other players an opportunity to get in the roster too. So, having like Duke Johnson and Tavon Austin, as the respective backups for those positions. Don't want Khalil touching the ball.
Mm-mm.
It's a future product. If we're homegrowing our people, just like we did with Davis, I expect the same with Secure, and I do not want anyone touching him. Nope. Wide receiver only.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is got every potential to be
special. He's a special one. Like, I do not touch him.
No, he is probably going to be the steal of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And you're probably going to get to see the most usage out of him when we're in situations where we might be in a shootout with another team. And we got to put up a 50 burger on somebody, which is looking like it could be easier than harder at this point. But that's where we're going to see most of Khalil Shakir getting big targets like we did in Gabe Davis last year.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be special. That's a name to look out for. Khalil Shakir.
Honestly, it's I said it too. It's my favorite pick of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I will be getting his jersey. Best believe that. Consider me a fan of him. Like he just.
I think I'm gonna go defense with my next jersey.
Who's that gonna be?
It's a tough choice at this moment, but
Vaughn would be a pretty good jersey to have. I'm not gonna lie.
Who?
Vaughn.
To
have a Vaughn jersey and have a Buffalo Bills Vaughn jersey, So.
Yeah, I feel like I would get Rousseau, but I think that'd be a good one for Becky to have.
Or Rousseau, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's tough, and I'm pretty sure Kevin's going after Elam.
Oh yeah, for sure. Always goes to the quarterbacks.
Yep. But yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see.
I don't know. It's good. It's finally freaking good to be a Bills fan for once. Of all the tournament we've been through and stuff, it's about time that we finally got some genuine hype, and it's not even like some media outlets. Almost all media outlets. I don't know if I've seen one pick of the Bills not going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Not one.
That would include Vegas odds too. Like, I was reading something a couple weeks ago about how the Bills have the most votes to go undefeated and win the Super Bowl, more in fact than any other NFL team combined. That's just a huge statement right there.
It's because and a lot of people are like, oh, well, they orchestrated this team, they bought out. That's the weird part about the whole entire situation. We didn't really buy a lot of players. We didn't poach players from other organizations. We didn't really. Everything's just homegrown for the most part. We got one player, one big free agent acquisition. That's it.
Von Miller.
That's it.
And because of Von Miller, that's a possibility we could get Odell Beckham too. After talking about this roster, I can't fathom it.
I don't know.
It's not even a necessity at this point. It's just somebody that would add a tremendous amount of value to an already tremendously valuable wide receiver core. It's gonna be like. We talked about it earlier. Josh Allen's playing next level chess while the rest of you are playing checkers. It's not going to be fair.
You're playing Chutes and Ladders at this point.
Y'all are playing Candyland.
You're playing Candyland.
Oh,
I still trying to get out of jail in Monopoly out of 10 turns.
Yep. And Josh Allen has 15 get out of jail free cards. Yep.
Oh man, it's just
but looking at this roster at this point in preseason, you can't really see many other teams that have the good problem that we have. Like, who do we get rid of? Who doesn't make the cut? When other teams are like, oh man, we're going to need to pick somebody up to fill this position. There's just not holes on this roster. There's only one hole that we're seeing is because of a Trey White injury.
Yep.
Other than that, we're stacked. Especially on the defensive side of the ball. When it comes to the line. Like, I don't know. It's not going to be fun for these other teams. Especially in our division. Especially the Jets. Like, Angel predicted earlier on when we did our schedule predictions that the Bills were going to go undefeated through the season. Probably into the playoffs too. And as we're looking here at the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Jets, I don't see. Just picturing their rosters, I don't see it. Like, you could set it up on auto mode on Madden, and the Bills win by 20 against the Patriots and the Jets.
Can we talk about the Patriots for a second, though?
Oh boy, I don't.
Look here, Bill.
Can I get a pillow?
Bill Belichick. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? How do you not have an offensive coordinator still? Like, the fact that even your own media outlets are even calling you out for your crap. Like, it's embarrassing. It's honestly embarrassing. That was the team, Patriots, the team I was thinking that will shape up and compete, or at least try.
Ugh.
But no,
Mac Jones. Ugh. I just had a nightmare about Mac Jones. Not that he was good or anything; he was just in it. Because he's not good.
Mac Jones it's not even that. It's like, it gets even worse because you expect him to get better in the next season, but with your offensive coordinator, non-existent offensive coordinator, and play calling made by Belichick and the defensive coordinator, it's like, what the hell is happening? What's happening over there?
Patriots bore me to Z's. Like, I just want to sleep talking about
Jets.
The Patriots.
Jets. I'm not gonna pick on the Jets. They had a good draft. They're rebuilding their teams. There's no point of harping on teams that are rebuilding. I'm not gonna say much.
Other than the fact that they're in the same division with the Bills, and they're not like
not worthy of talking about, honestly.
No.
But that's because of rebuilding and stuff. I understand. We went through that too. So,
and then there was Miami. So I know last year I made it a point to get a little hyped up when we were talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. For obvious reasons. The reasons that I want to do this with Miami are not. They're just petty. I've got plan in place for both times that we play Miami to not so much hype up the Bills, but be the most disrespectful person I can possibly be to the entire organization and the Miami Dolphins fan base. I hate them so much.
Brian's hype segments will be coming back this season.
Yes.
With a vengeance.
With a vengeance. And I am locked and loaded coming after the Miami Dolphins in particular. But there's a couple other teams that are on my radar. But those other teams, those are going to be for hype purposes. I'm going to get you hyped up in a different way. Like, by the time I'm done with my segment, everybody's just going to want to bash the Miami Dolphins, and it's going to be awesome. And then we're going to show up after that game happens, and we more than likely win by 20 plus points. And I'm just going to tag and at any Dolphins fan page and just flood them with great information on why Josh Allen still owns you. He's your father. So, didn't want to give away too much information on this, but I've got something in the books. I've got something ready to rock and roll when it comes to the Miami Dolphins, so get ready.
Mm-hmm. And trust me, I'll have my rants too.
Yes.
But not nearly as much as Brian, but we'll see. Next podcast will probably be after Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, it could be that, or maybe when they, if there's any big surprises when they make the final roster announcement, stuff like that. Yeah, if you got any big surprises, we'll bring that to you. But
as of right now, we're looking at the next podcast being after the first game. That's when we come back to our weekly schedule.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Probably bring that to you Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday after the game, I'm thinking.
Yeah, which is like a good idea. But yeah, just keep a lookout for that. If you're not already on the Facebook page, go ahead and go there. Nickel City Hot Takes. And make sure you go there. Because we want you communicating, talking to people, and really just, hating on Dolphins fans, because, it's always fun.
Yeah, it's always fun. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like Angel said, follow us on every possible platform imaginable. Subscribe to this page if you haven't already. We greatly appreciate that. Unless you got anything else, we can kind of close this out, I'm thinking.
I have nothing else.
Nothing else. Well, if nothing big happens, we're going to bring it to you live after the Bills Week 1 matchup against the Rams. So
I imagine it's going to be fun. So.
Oh, yeah. Going to be a fun game. Aaron Donald's got like a chip on his shoulder because he hasn't gotten to beat the Bills yet. Blah, 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 blah. If everything goes Angels' way, it's not going to happen. So, yeah. Maybe later down the road, if we make it to the big game, I'm still kind of shying away from the S word, SB word. But, yeah. Maybe he'll get another chance. Who knows? But at this point, we're going to see you guys after Week 1. Bills versus Rams. First game of the season. Thursday night football. Get ready. Get hyped. Go Bills.
Peace.